Deadpool versus Suicide Squad. Both of
Okay.
them are R-rated comics.
Oh yeah.
Which one was more entertaining to you? Yeah, which one was more entertaining to you?
I mean, it was obviously to me, it was Deadpool. I wasn't too big of a fan. Well, I was hyped for Suicide Squad, but with the Suicide Squad film, I think they had trouble focusing on so many characters, so it didn't deliver as much as I would have expected from it. And with Deadpool, they led with it's Wolverine and it's Deadpool, and that's exactly what they came with. And also, I did like the inclusion of the additional characters, so I'm riding out with Deadpool.
Nice, nice, good pick. Ice Cold, where you at with this? What you picking?
So I wasn't sure which Deadpool movie we were talking about, to be honest. At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to take it a step further than Jay did. Not only did Suicide Squad not deliver because of the ensemble cast, the movie was just garbage. So I'm going to leave it hanging there, short and sweet. Suicide Squad garbage. Any Deadpool movie in the franchise beats it.
I'm definitely gonna say Deadpool. I'm gonna be a little biased. Ryan Reynolds is one like my second favorite actor, so gotta say that. But yeah, I mean, compared to the Suicide Squad, it was entertaining. Got a chance to meet the new characters, but overall, Deadpool was more entertaining. He was very unpredictable. You know what I mean? A little bit different than the comic books, but he was definitely Ryan Reynolds. He was entertaining, so he kept the whole movie just funny. So I don't think that really counts when it comes to not everything has to be serious when it comes to like, fighting and all that stuff. Sometimes some comedy in it. So I like the Deadpool. I'll definitely choose that one over them. I like them all. Yeah.
You say you like what?
I said I like them all the Deadpools, even the one with Wolverine.
Yeah,
That was the
Yeah,
best one, honestly.
Yeah, I know.
yeah,
Because
yeah.
to be honest, Wolverine's like my favorite, as far as Marvel, my favorite Marvel character. So I kind of worked out
Hell
perfectly.
yeah.
My favorite actor forever. Yeah. Anyways, you got it.
nice,
Hell yeah.
nice. That's a big win. So it's always got to be that one guy in the room who
Mute it, Mike. Mute it,
has
Mike.
got to
Good luck.
kick
Good
the
luck.
bucket in a debate. And I guess it's gonna not be me this one because I gotta go with Deadpool. So Deadpool, hands down, way better than Suicide Squad. Ryan Reynolds coming from the Green Lantern tragedy, massacre, Holocaust movie, one of the worst films we've ever seen in
they, they
history.
they did could have do a
To
better one than that one. I'm
Let's just destroy the Suicide Squad for this segment. Like it didn't even feel like a rated R movie at any point. Like they didn't really push
right.
the bar. Like it was focused on Will Smith, but then it was like it was a Harley Quinn show. We barely got any Killer Croc. They
that's true.
sold us on Jared Leto's Joker
This was
Right.
garbage.
and
Love
we
Right.
Jared
barely
Leto.
got him. The second Suicide Squad is by far way better, and in consideration, it still doesn't match up to the Deadpool film.
Good
But
point. Good point.
I mean, I'll happily say that the second Suicide Squad film was more traditional to to its origin, and it's the second one's not terrible, but the first one was.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. That was a good catch. We definitely should have did the second one because at least in the second one, you're like, okay, you see all these stars, and then they're all dead on this island, right? It gets kind of crazy. Like, and it's just like, wait, is this the beginning of the movie or the end? Is there going to be a flashback? And it's like, nah, they ain't coming back, bro.
The Weasel came back too.
Oh shit. Yeah, Weasel came back. Cool, cool. All right, so we got the next topic here. We got the Eternals versus Black Adam. Both were disappointing films for sure. So which one do you guys believe disappointed you more, disappointed fans more, and why were these movies flops? Who wants to hit this one off?
I'll take the start of this one because my opinion is very basic. I didn't watch either one of those movies. I know they say you can't judge a book by its cover. I do believe you can judge a movie by its trailer. And I've done a pretty good job over the years. Every now and then I miss, and somebody's like, no, you really should have watched that. I watched those trailers. I, looked into what the movies were about, and everything to me said they were both garbage. So I didn't see either one. I figured they were probably both disappointing. I don't know which one was more disappointing.
Well, hmm, I would say, man, it's kind of hard to say. I would say maybe Black Adam would be the worst of the two. Reason why I say that because being like a DC type character is just a little disappointing. It's a little confusing with that the boat with the Flash, him, and then Shazam. People who really don't know about the franchise. It's a little confusing. And then more people went to go see The Rock, and I could have chose somebody else. You know what I mean? As far as I'm concerned, but yeah, I think they tried a little too hard on that one, to be honest. So yeah, that's what I think.
So, um, I think Eternals is very underrated, and I think Black Adam is the worst comic book adaptation movie of both franchises or of any existence. And I'm going to start off with the Eternals. First off, the casual person doesn't know the origin of the Eternals. So that was the biggest mistake. And with that being in conjunction with other Marvel's films and how they sold in the trailer that they were going to get some Superman like beings, the Eternals is really like a almost a biblical story of like fallen angels and pretty much how superheroes and basically the superpower of beings far into the galaxy. This is like the like God's creations, immediate creations. And it took time to develop it. And yeah, it was a snooze fest, but if you have the attention span and if you're at least 30 something years old, those complications and lore make make things very interesting. And they created that and from that film they left that uh 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 dang it, what is that okay that statue, that statue that's been stuck in the ocean in the
Yeah, yeah,
Marvel universe, so like it still holds a dent in the Marvel universe. Dialing now into the Black Adam film. The Rock destroyed Black Adam. Black Adam is a villain that they undersold. The Rock turned
Yep.
Black Adam into a hero,
Right.
which you're gonna piss off the people that built up Black Adam, and then you're gonna disappoint them. And then as far as the children go, you still didn't deliver what we wanted from a Black Adam film. It's almost as if they just made a Shazam film and made a Black Adam film. It didn't differentiate
Exactly.
from each other. And then all the
Exactly.
trailers were dark and ominous. There was barely a dark and ominous moment
yeah,
whatsoever in the Black Adam film. So
yeah.
yeah, that's where I'm at with
Let,
it.
let
Yeah.
me ask you something. Let me
Right.
ask you about the Black Adam. Something you just said about Black Adam. So, is he more so depicted, in the cartoons and in the comic books as a villain, or is he more like an anti-hero, kind of like Venom is?
So yes, I don't exactly want to retract my statement on him being a villain. He is an anti-hero, but his biggest moments in DC, because the setup was for Black Adam to fight Superman. He was going to be Superman. He was going to be Henry Cavill's next villain. So
Yeah, yeah. But they end up just botching the movie and pretty much making him the hero. Um, and I'm not sure what was going on with that, because based on the
that
trailers, you thought he was really an anti-hero, could have been villain, and then it's like, no, he's the hero, he's the Rock.
that is Dwayne Johnson's
All right.
Wild Wild
That's what I'm
West.
saying. I'm saying it's
One
like
quick
they brought
question
him in.
for you.
It's almost like they had to make him some kind of good character just because it was him. That's why I felt like they should have chose somebody else.
Should have
It probably would have
recast.
gave the storyline just a little bit different, and we probably wouldn't be so disappointed right now. To be honest, because every little thing counts, right? So,
Yeah,
okay.
I was super looking forward to it just based on the trailers. So, was you done, Jeff? Okay, yeah.
Oh, I got
So,
one more question for Jeff.
yeah,
So you said it's the worst comic book adaptation you've ever seen.
Yes.
Are you considering the Ben Affleck Daredevil?
Oh Lord, we don't want to talk
I
about
am not the biggest fan of Ben Affleck's Daredevil.
that. Oh
However,
man,
it did hold up weight to its lore.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
And Ben Affleck is my favorite Batman.
He's your favorite Batman?
Oh man, that's
But
a
we don't.
that's
That's
a
going way
whole
out the way. That's going way out the way.
no. We ain't going nowhere. We debating that right now. We
One, Christian Bale is the best Batman ever. Ben Affleck
He
might
didn't do anything.
I
Wait
mean,
a
my
minute.
favorite.
Wait a
I mean,
minute. Hold.
man. What's his name? What's the John Keaton? Michael Keaton. He was my
Michael
favorite.
Keaton.
He was my first actual
good.
movie that I went to and seen it at the theater. So you know, I was my
Man,
first.
I got Christian
I wasn't even
Bale.
I wasn't even old enough
I
to go
got
to the
Keaton
theaters
second.
then.
I
Val
got Keaton
Kilmer.
second.
How do you got Ben Affleck first as Batman?
Yeah.
Sean, you got the eject button, right? Like
I like
just,
Ben Affleck, but not Batman.
If I can fire off. You know what I'm saying? I didn't mean to. You know, I
Let's
can
get
fire
it.
off.
Let's
All
get
right.
it because you
All right.
gotta rub the nerve. That's
All right.
not even.
First off, any other Batman physically is not the Batman in the comics or the Batman that we like. If you play video games and play the Arkham series, Ben Affleck is the closest one. Ben Affleck is the only one that actually gave us Bruce Wayne. Michael Keaton's the original close one because Michael Keaton was suave, had the women, and he had women. He was rich. Christian Bale did not carry any weight and was barely a Bruce Wayne. You know why Christian Bale movies are so dope? Is because his villains were so dope. He was carried by villains the whole film. His stuntman in the Batman costume is the only reason why you like him. You don't like Christian Bale. You like Heath Ledger. You like Bane.
That's diabolical to say.
And my
I mean,
last
it's
take,
kinda
Ben
related.
Affleck delivered the best Batman fight scene in all of Batman.
why? Because he was fighting Superman?
That warehouse scene in Batman vs Superman, that is the best depiction of a Batman fight scene we've ever seen.
Batman versus Superman scene.
I was saying Batman vs Superman.
Yeah,
That
warehouse.
scene
Whip that
when he had
ass.
to go, when he had to go save Martha, that was a pretty
Well,
damn
if
good
we're gonna
scene.
talk
I'm not gonna
Bruce
lie for
Wayne,
Batman.
we're gonna go George Clooney, in my opinion. I'm sorry, but if we're going like straight,
I got
Bruce
Val
Wayne,
He was
Kilmer.
more.
Third.
George Clooney was more suave. He was more
Val-
of a suave.
Yeah. The suaveness, yeah.
That's a Bruce Wayne character to me. Like a
Yeah,
suave
so, I mean-
millionaire white boy, rich. You know what I mean? Suave. Why not? Right. So
So yeah, I mean, I could go Val Kilmer, George Clooney on the Bruce Wayne side. On the Batman side, in my opinion, it's got to be Michael Keaton. And I didn't know actually. I guess that Christian Bale had a stunt person playing Batman for him. I thought that was him the whole time. So if that's not the case, then I'm retract my statement on Christian Bale being the best Batman.
Don't 100% fact check
So-
me on that,
Okay, I'm about to say.
but I do know Ben Affleck did most of his stunts.
So it's not the stunts. I'm talking about the acting though, like the portrayal. The stunt thing, I don't care about. A lot of people have stunt doubles.
Reflect on how much Christian Bale Bruce Wayne you got.
So the Bruce Wayne part, no, I think, as far as like straight Batman, Christian Bale did it better than Ben Affleck.
Where is he?
Oh my god, he did it perfect too.
That's amazing. Like that's absolutely money.
Yeah, man. I think
I like Keaton more than I like Bale. I ain't gonna hold you.
I guess I just like King because he's my first Batman. So you never forget your first, right? So
Yeah,
he's my
Right,
favorite.
I've got Christian Bale like 1A, 1B, and I've got Ben Affleck somewhere like below Adam West. That's just
What do I think about Val Kilmer's like acting? What do you think about him as Batman?
number 2 easily.
Val Kilmer.
His
I forgot he was
detective
I
work,
forgot he was
I
even
really like
Batman
Val Kilmer.
because it's not memorable.
He's like the middle child of Batmans. I do like Val Kilmer.
He's in the top 3 Batmans.
I'd say so.
I got my
I put
Yeah.
him number 3.
Man, Batman came a long way. 1943 when the first Batman movie came out. Black and
Adam
white.
West.
No, it wasn't Adam West. It was actually Lewis Wilson.
Oh
was like
dang.
1982.
Okay.
Adam West did
Yeah.
the TV show.
Yeah, he did the TV show. Yep.
Right
Yeah,
on,
first
man.
movie.
You done put me on some. You done put me on some game just now.
Yeah, 'cause I was
Right
thinking
on.
about that all the time too. Like Adam West, I remember him being the first one, but then I was thinking, oh, that's the series that used to come on in the 80s. I remember that. Watch it. Telling my age, but yeah. 1943, black and white. Yeah. But yeah, man, Batman came a long way.
I'm sorry, I gotta respond to Jeff because he didn't kind of ruffle my feathers, saying that that's kind of disingenuous to say that Christian Bale did not play a good Bruce Wayne. I really felt that in all three films in a row, that he portrayed the billionaire the way a billionaire is supposed to be portrayed. Come in, you buy shit, you get out. You come in, you take the girls, you get out. You come in, you fire people, you get out. Um, so I mean that's essentially what he did. In my opinion, I think he played the billionaire role way better than that new guy from the emo guy from Twilight. I don't know what he was doing. Everybody's like, "Oh, that's the best Batman in the world." I'm like, "What?"
Hey, he was still better than
That's the
Ben
best
Affleck.
Gotham that we
Huh?
ever got. That's not the best Batman.
Okay, yeah,
Better
fair. Okay,
than Ben
fair.
Affleck.
Yeah, fair. What'd you say? Oh,
He's still better than Ben.
nice little segue. Next topic we got. So here's the big one, guys. So we got Captain America: Civil War versus. This was talking about Batman. So Batman versus Superman's Dawn of Justice. So both of these films are hero versus hero, but ultimately, which film did it better? Which film was better?
Hmm.
And that's kind of
I'm
broad,
going.
but your
I'm
your
gonna have
personal
to
opinion. You
say
want
a
to hit it?
Dawn of Justice because the reason why I say that is because it's more memorable to me. I really don't even. I mean, even though I've seen the Civil War, I can't even remember the real strong fight scenes, but I could definitely remember Batman and Superman rumbling in the Bronx. You know what I mean? And yeah, man, Superman being my favorite, I'm gonna have to say this. When they were fighting, because usually, everybody always do the Batman versus Superman thing, right? And everybody get their opinions why this. But that movie there, Superman wasn't playing no games. Like when he came back, he stood over like him was floating over Batman. Batman was like, oh. So I'm like, yeah, I love Superman. He did a real good job as far as being his demeanor changing. I'm a Superman. Don't play with me. You know what I mean? So that demeanor he had in that Dawn of Justice is, yeah, I love that. That blew me away because, yeah, Superman always the smiley smile. He was his character his demeanor was different in that movie than any movie I've seen Superman in because usually he's always the Clark Kent character. You know what I'm saying? And then Superman with Clark Kent without the glasses, but he's still the nice guy. In that movie, he was on demon time. He wasn't playing. So yeah, I love that fight scene. I just love his demeanor in that movie, period. So
You
I
said
was
the internet's
curious.
cutting.
Yeah. But yeah, he pulled he pulled Batman card. When Batman's like, uh-oh, I was like, dang,
Yeah.
he just got fear in his heart looking at Superman. I was the first, so yeah, that blew my mind. So that was my favorite one out of the two.
Yeah, interesting. Anybody got an opposite take on that?
Yeah,
Anybody choosing Civil War over?
I didn't really like Batman versus Superman. I thought the action sequences were great. I thought there was a lot of really cool stuff in there, but a couple things really didn't make sense to me. One, the plot just didn't align. It's just like, boom, here's a movie, Batman,
I will agree
Superman.
with that. I will agree with
You don't really get a reason. You know what I mean? And two, I mean, if we're being dead honest, that movie does not make sense because if that fight really happened, Batman is smoked in 5 seconds flat. Like that's not an actual. I don't care what he's got with the utility belt. Nothing doesn't make sense to me.
But that's hard to say though, because I mean,
That's hard to
that's
say.
because that's Superman. He never killed anybody. So right from the first Superman film, you guys saw the first Superman film. It
No, but he can fly
once he killed the villain,
Batman
I mean that was
across
it. It
the world
completely
and drop
changed.
him in the Sahara and then fly back wherever he's at and see you later, Batman. I'll do it again when you make it back. It's like the
Yeah,
snail from Training Day. You know, they're talking about that the dude kicks the snail and flies off, and the snail like walks his way back, and the dude's like, "What's your problem?" Yeah, Batman comes back, Superman just flies him halfway across the world, and we just, you know, but it's like me beating up on my daughter. It's not really a competition at this point. It's just a matter of I will pick you up by the back of your shirt, carry you to the backyard, and drop you.
yeah,
And yeah, to
Yeah.
me, it didn't make sense.
Yeah, I will agree with
Civil
that. I think it was the fight scenes that more just highlighted me. But when he mentions the plot, I'm thinking like, the plot. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, no,
So
action scene wise,
that's
I thought it was, very interesting. Now, Civil War did have some good action scenes too. And the one thing that I think sets it apart from Batman versus Superman is it's part of a cohesive story, right? Like it extends that MCU storyline. And not only does it, continue from things that have already been happening in like Age of Ultron and stuff like that, but then it carries off into Avengers, Infinity War, and Endgame. So to me, that one's got a lot better continuity to it. I think the plot was a lot more cohesive. It's not quite as cool as seeing, Superman. Obviously, we all have Superman movies and his super abilities that go well beyond what any other superhero really is capable of. But if we're talking just strictly from a movie plot standpoint, I gotta go Civil War.
hmm.
So I think this versus is very unfair because Batman and Superman is actually versus each other. The Civil War film was just an Avengers sequel. Like I understand Cap and Iron Man had, their different views throughout that film, but there it wasn't I just think it was extremely unfair because of all the other superheroes and properties that was included. It had way more excitement, whereas the Batman versus Superman, it took some time to develop, and I mean, it's pre-existing of another comic series, so, like, the super duper nerds would know that, like, about Batman's prep time and his super his sup they couldn't wait to see Batman's super suit and his kryptonite. And yes, you Superman obviously ain't about to kill nobody, but I what's tough about it is I was not the biggest fan of the Superman Batman trailer because they told the whole story.
Yeah,
I hate
they
that.
did. They did. They put
Like once I saw what's that villain,
Lex
Doomsday.
yeah, Doomsday and Lex, yeah.
Yeah. Once I saw Doomsday was at the end of that, I knew exactly what was going to happen. And I mean, Wonder Woman was included in the film, and I mean, it just turned into them trying to defeat, both Batman and Superman trying to defeat that villain, and we knew Batman and Superman weren't going to last that long, but we got some really good fight scenes.
Right.
So I say Batman Superman held on weight, but disappointed people entertainment wise, but they stuck to what their original story was. The Civil War is an Avengers film, so I'll go with Batman Super.
Batman, Superman as the better film? Okay.
So, just so I'm understanding, like,
Hot
if
take
I'm
though.
picking up what you're putting down, you're saying basically, Civil War having all of the Avengers kind of, being involved makes it, different as far as a superhero versus superhero than it being Batman, Superman 1v1.
Yeah, because when you reflect on the Civil War, you don't even think about Captain America and Iron Man. You know what you think about? The first time you saw Black Panther, you think about Spider Man.
That's a stretch. So
I'll take it. I'm just hey, hot take over here.
that I feel you. You going viral. Um, Yeah, so I feel like some stuff you said, Jeff, was kind of disingenuous to the films and not saying that these are good matchups. I think this is the perfect matchup because yes, that we had a bunch of heroes versus a bunch of heroes, and we only had Superman versus Batman. But what made both of these films compatible to be debatable was both films based on everything that was going on in real life force both sides to take different sides, both films to take different sides.
Mm.
So you had Iron Man who's the gun hole, trying to do stuff the right way, trying to follow the law, and now you're hunting your best friend. So I think that aspect, not just the action, but just the build up to that aspect, and it's just like you guys got to turn yourselves in. You know what I mean? If not, we're coming for you. So I think that part was really good, and then the same thing with the Batman versus Superman. So I think the build up of not Batman versus Superman, but Bruce Wayne versus Clark Kent seeing all the stuff that was going on in the background, and they're on the news here and there. And he's looking up. He's like, Batman just marked another person. Like this ain't, you know what I'm saying? Humans supposed to treat humans right. And just like all that buildup, I felt was necessary. So I think someone said the plot wasn't good. But I thought the plot was good. I hate that everything was revealed on the trailer for sure, but I think the plot itself was pretty decent as far as a build. Of course, like Ice Cold said, I mean, Superman just let's fly him to Alaska, drop him off, see if he'll figure it out. You know what I mean? But that just but that just
That then it
that's
wouldn't
just
be no movie, right?
superheroes. Yeah, we just didn't want to do the movie like that. But to Jeff's point, I thought that the prep time from Batman was next level that I've seen from any superhero as far as just prepping on a high level for I guess hero. He's fighting a hero, but against his enemy, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? I thought that was amazing. Like he hit him with the guns, the mini guns. He knew that wasn't gonna do nothing. Hit him with a tank. You know what I'm saying? So he set all this up just to get down there and get him with the spear, stand over him. You know what I mean? Like I thought that was really good. That was really iconic, and that was the way. That was just it was genius. I thought that part was genius. But again, everything was spoiled in the trailers. But I say all that to say Batman vs Superman was a better film.
So here's where I really want to disagree on one very specific point in this topic is Batman versus Superman ended in them teaming up, right? Like, Sean, it's like me and you pulling over on the side of the highway. It ain't a real fight. It ain't a real fight. It's just, hey, we're just gonna compete. We're gonna go at it, see, who's better, and then we're going to get the other guy. Whereas in Civil War, it actually fractured the Avengers. It ended the Avengers. And so that is one thing that I would say makes that more of a real battle, more of a real fight, is that it broke apart an entire team. Whereas Batman and Superman were like, okay, we beat each other up. Let's get back in the Uber. Let's go.
Let's go back in the Uber.
Mhm.
Back in the Uber though.
Man.
Yeah, good point. That was a good point.
Yeah, that's
Those
a good point.
like opposites in the sense of how they ended. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think more. I think more the thing too though with the Superman versus Batman is like, even though we say yeah, Superman won't kill nobody, it's the fact that his demeanor changed to let him know I can kill you and I will kill you. You keep it up. Because the way he stood over him, looked and then made him say, "Uh-oh," it's like I'm about ready to snap and kill some shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
because like, I
Yeah.
don't want
Like,
to, but I
man,
want you
That's
to
a
know
fact.
that I can if I decide to.
all right, I will fly your ass to Alaska and drop you out the air though. No one ever see it.
Agreed, man.
Yeah.
You know what was I kind of about what you just said was Lex Luthor up there, and he's got Superman's girl. He just couldn't do anything. I thought that was just very interesting how that built up to that point. You know what I mean?
I did not like that Lex Luthor.
But no, him as an actor, no.
Yeah, I did. He just wouldn't fit
That's why
at
what
that. At
Jesse,
that.
what
To add to your point, at that.
My
who
favorite
would
Lex
have
Luthor,
been
Gene
better?
Hackman. Rest in peace. Yeah, that was my
Yeah, Gene
favorite.
Hackman probably would have been a good
Yeah, he
choice.
was my favorite. He was with the Christopher Reeve Superman and all that. Gene Hackman.
Hmm.
Yeah. First
See,
shoe.
see, there's like two different versions of Lex Luthor. There's like this scientist version, and then there's the from the Superman animated series where like Lex Luthor's is big, buff, bald headed guy. And I mean, I prefer Lex Luthor to have a little bit of, you know what I'm saying? Pause. You know what I'm saying? Be kind of big.
Whoa.
But you feel me? I mean, that's my preference. You know what I mean? So
Who would have played who would have played the best Lex Luthor in that film with all those actors in there? Who would have been a good who would you guys have put in place of that?
The dude that plays Kingpin and Daredevil.
I was
yeah,
thinking it, but he's just
yeah.
too big, and I don't know if it's
If
I was thinking
if
that too,
not
but yeah, I
him,
was thinking that as well.
pause.
what's
That's great.
what's the name of that bald headed guy that was in Con Air? Is it something Malkovich?
John Malkovich.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind John Malkovich.
Okay.
Right on ice cold for for being to be on your shit.
Mhm. Oh, yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't know who else would have put it in there. I was thinking the guy from Kingpin that played Kingpin and the
He would've been dope.
Daredevil Reborn, but
I would've let
split
it
it
slide
big.
too.
Lex Luthor was never like. I mean, I guess they could have played it off with Camera angles. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They would have to play
He
it
could take
like
a couple of pills. I mean, Ozempic wasn't around then, but, they could figure it out.